recently Edwin De Los Santos was requesting to try to get a fight with Keyshawn Davis. Was asking him to put something together and try to put a fight together. He wants to fight him. They both don't have a fight coming up, and from what I've heard, De Los Santos was hoping to fight anybody at 135 or 140. So for him to have the opportunity to fight Keyshawn Davis, Keyshawn says, immediately, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's go. And I don't like this trend that's been going on lately where you have guys who's champions that have been chasing down challengers, guys with no belts, and then guys are just saying, "Oh, never mind." You know what I'm saying? Like bro, you turn down a fight and you a challenger, talking about a payday, and you a challenger. We still talking about the sport of boxing now. You a challenger and you turn down a fight for a belt. That's why we get this. This is why a lot of people say we need to go down to one belt. This is why. And I'm gonna be real with you. From this point forward, De Los Santos to me is just a person who's coming off of a loss because it's too much value getting put in guys who coming off a loss. You coming off a loss and you want more than 200K. So he's turning down 200K allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. Could be 300, 400, whatever it is. Bro, the offer was sent. The man went out of his way to because other fighters like Loma and these other guys, they not finna stop what they doing and try to figure out what De Los Santos was coming off a loss against Keyshawn Davis in a fight that wasn't very entertaining. So the fact that he's even getting attention towards him right now after that horrible performance, to be honest with you, it was one of the worst performances anybody could be a part of. And I don't think Keyshawn was. I mean, I don't think that was a big part of Shakur Stevenson because as much as people want to put on it, Shakur Stevenson was never in a fight that boring before De Los Santos got in there. I've seen De Los Santos in boring fights. I haven't seen Shakur Stevenson in a boring fight like that. So I'm talking about that boring. Trust me. If you go back to my prediction, anybody who disagrees with that, just go back to my prediction for De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I told people before the fight, a guy with a lot of knockout power, it will be a boring fight if nobody's engaging. Because somebody's looking for another shot and somebody's looking to watch out for the shot. And it just leads to a boring fight. But to turn down this Keyshawn Davis fight, De Los Santos has way this is crazy, man. It's too many privileges. I understand that he was trying to cross the street or whatever, which is good. That's something that's commendable in boxing, but bro, how many offers you gonna turn down? As far as when it comes to people. Okay, you tried to get the Tank Davis fight, you got Keyshawn Davis. If you get into a fight with him and fight him for $1, $1 million, it don't matter what it is. If you win the belt, you can name your price. If you're confident in yourself, I'm talking about somebody who coming off a loss now. In other circumstances, a guy ain't just got to go all in. But but growing up, before it became just strictly business, well, it's always business. But to get an opportunity to fight for a belt coming off a loss, people don't understand what I'm saying. I keep saying that, but this dude coming off a loss. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even fight for a belt in their career. Most people only fight for the belt one time and never fight again. Ask Eric Saluvin how many times he done fought for a belt. You know what I'm saying? Fundora, he wasn't even gonna fight for a belt until Keith Thurman had ended up getting hurt last year. He was gonna end up just fight for an intern or something like that after he lost. So dudes is getting opportunity. You got Keyshawn Davis reaching out to guys who calling them out. Then people go talking about they ducking. I don't want to hear De Los Santos say anybody ducking him ever again in his career. This is why a lot of guys who try to go with that narrative. I knew that I knew when he had all that energy behind him leading up to the Shakur Stevenson fight. I said, bro, too much hype behind it. And I think he's a good fighter, but at the same time, like, know your value, bro. Like, for real. Know your value. And people talking about, man, Brian Norman, he asked for this much. Man, we got guys coming off losses who ain't never been champion, ain't did nothing, asking for a bag. Before Brian Norman had a belt, he wasn't asking for no money like these dudes asking for. These dudes asking for they asking for championship money. They asked for Michael Jordan in '96 type of money. Man, these dudes tripping. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis, he gonna be all right. Del Santos, I don't know what he's gonna do. If he keeps doing stuff like this, to be honest with you, he's in a bad spot because that would have been a good fight for you to have. You know, just you're having more trouble, bro. These guys around his weight class is not gonna wait around. He has younger guys. Even though Del Santos is a young guy, he has guys younger than him that's more dangerous right now. I mean, Floyd Schofield is still a dangerous fighter. Um, Abdullah Mason, it's a lot of guys. So he needs to watch out. Whatever he has going on, we'll see. But he better figure it out. I think it's gonna be a situation, to be honest with you. And I'll just drop this at the end for anybody who cares. I think it's gonna be a situation like the other time. It's gonna be like a Frank Martin situation. Watch. It's gonna be like a Frank Martin situation, or he's gonna have a rematch that could lead to a bigger fight, and it is what it is. Maybe they're gonna try to pipeline something for him to fight a guy like Gary Antoine Russell, or y'all will see. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. I'm just throwing that out there. But you'll see. They're gonna have a plan for him. If he ain't going through with this, then they're gonna say, okay, well, if it wasn't the number you was looking for, then we'll, but you'll see. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.